My pickup is kind of legendary around here. A beaten-up Ford with a diesel growl and more dents than a county fair prize-winning apple. It's a working truck, stained with feed and oil, full of bungee cords and hay twine. I drive it every day, and everyone knows that truck. The bumper sticker, the crooked antenna, the dent behind the passenger door from the time a cow mistook me for a hay bale. So when I pulled up to my mailbox one morning and found a note stuck under the wiper that said, "Vehicle towed for illegal diesel. HOA enforcement," I thought it was a joke. I laughed until I noticed my truck was gone. Gone. Tow hooked. Vanished. I called the towing company's number on the note. A sleepy kid answered and said, "Ma'am, sir, we towed it for the HOA." They claimed diesel vehicles are banned under Community Air Code. I asked for the location. He gave me an industrial lot 10 miles away. I drove over, heart thumping, to find my truck in a chain-link pen surrounded by a half-dozen other strays. It wasn't even the HOA's lot. The tow company had a contract, apparently. My keys were still on the seat. The odometer hadn't budged. I asked for a receipt. The kid shuffled papers. "We got authorization from the HOA's board," he said. "Says they can enforce the bylaws. You'll need to talk with them." This time I didn't smile. I'd been patient. Polite letters, sheriff visits, posted signs. I grabbed my phone and pulled the footage from the driveway cam that records every angle of my yard. The video showed a truck with the HOA logo. Karen's HOA, naturally, arrive, 2 board members stepping out, arguing with someone on the phone, and then pointing at my truck like it was a stray animal. 30 minutes later, the tow truck backed up, hooked my bumper, and drove off. I called the sheriff and my lawyer and told the towing lot manager not to touch the truck. My lawyer called back within the hour with a letter demanding immediate return of property and threatening charges for wrongful towing, conversion, and emotional distress. The tow lot, suddenly less cocky, released the truck the next morning and delivered it back to my driveway with a bill for $250 in fees, which they tried to pass off to me. But the damage went deeper. My pickup had scratches from being winched onto the flatbed, a bent hitch, and a busted toolbox latch. The odometer didn't lie. I'd missed a day of hauling feed and a crucial vet visit. I had receipts, invoices, and the driveway cam footage timestamped and stored in 3 places. When I served the HOA with a demand letter, Karen's first reaction was to claim public safety and mutter about community standards. Then she blamed the towing company. Then she blamed the weather. Eventually she blamed me. That didn't fly. My lawyer organized the case. Wrongful towing, trespass to chattels, damage to property, and punitive damages for the HOA's malicious and reckless conduct. We filed in small claims and included a fat packet of evidence: the driveway cam, the tow company authorization, a photocopy of an email from Karen, repair estimates, lost work invoices, and statements from neighbors who'd watched the whole thing happen. The hearing was a train wreck for Karen. The judge watched the video, flipped through the emails where Karen explicitly authorized the tow, and then looked at the tow company's invoice showing the truck was taken without my consent. The tow company tried to wash their hands clean, saying they were just following orders. But the judge wasn't interested in that defense. Verdict: HOA liable. Tow company partially liable for negligence. Damages awarded: the full cost of repairs, reimbursement for the tow fees, reimbursement for lost wages, court costs, and a $7,500 punitive award to teach the HOA a lesson about overreaching. In total, the HOA owed me just under $10,000. When the check arrived, Karen texted the board pleading for donations to cover the judgment. Most of the neighbors refused. They were done paying for Karen's ego. A few even suggested she pay out of pocket, but by then she'd already started selling off her community treasures on a desperation garage sale. I cleaned the scratches, straightened the hitch, and drove that diesel growl out past the wheat fields like a victory lap. The truck had a new dent, sure, but it had also become the neighborhood's unofficial monument, the one Karen couldn't tow away. Sometimes justice only smells faintly of diesel and legal paperwork. Other times it's a $10,000 check and the sight of the HOA board scrambling to explain why they thought they owned the right to remove a man's livelihood. Either way, my truck was back. And Karen? She had to explain to the neighbors why their dues were funding her mistake.